Happy birthday, everyone! So we got some earlier releases of 2026. Obviously, peg warmers, vehicles no one wants, but I don't mind giving love to the fantasy castings. I'm looking for some track cars, and also I find it very amusing. Some of these castings, they're just so ridiculous to me that I think they're worth buying. Anyhow, let's check this out. So here from the 26B case, we have X Racers 205 X Steam. Oh, you know what? No, never mind. I thought maybe I reviewed this before in a track stunt tracks pack, but maybe not. And I don't think there's any descriptions on these things in the 2026. For your veterans, if you could leave a comment, when did they stop describing the cars? It would be nice if they just give you a story on X Racers or X Team, right? Alright, let's check this thing out. I'm going to change the camera angles. Just too much glare. I have a very bright LED, but it's a necessity if you want to review these toys. Looks like we have the metal base here, and it doesn't even tell you what this is. That is really odd to me. I'm not even sure how the logic doesn't exist in Mattel for that. That sounds really critical, but it's not like this is a car that exists out in the real world. So like if you pick this up, how do you know what it is, right? You just, I guess with Google Lens and stuff, but it's weird. Or how do you tell like your parents that you want to get the X Team car? It's just weird to me. Because there's plenty of room to have the text of a vehicle, especially on a fantasy car, since none of this actually is real. But it does seem to have a big, giant cogwheel gearing system, or Back to the Future motor back there, I'm not sure. And then it's painted white. The plastic top is riveted down through here, and then we have plastic yellow wheels. The interior must be the silver plastic here, and those actually become side pipes here. And we have these trapezoidal 5-spokes here with a nice gold finish, and then a nice blue transparent body. It's like this whole gap in here that's touching that silver interior. There's some triangular things. I'm not sure if that's like a frame. And then we have a really high angle of approach for track loops and stuff. So I think this would make a good track car. This is plastic, that plastic interior becoming this whole bumper thing. It's also, just a curvature of this, so you can get around turns easily, I'm guessing. Not even sure what those are supposed to be, of course. And then, it's just neat to have these transparent bodies. I rather like them. We have some yellow printing on the thing as well as some gold as well. And then we have a brown engine with 1, 2, 3, I guess it's a 12-cylinder, and then the exhaust pipes or whatever are actually in the top middle of it. Or not, I don't know, maybe that's induction, but it looks like it has some cooling holes. Well, it says X Steam, so I guess that's a steam engine of some sort. And then it's interesting, this like transmission thing. Oh boy, this is a big vehicle then, because look, I think these are the seats, right? And it has 3. This is neat. Alright, so that's the driver, I guess, with a giant like sailing ship steering wheel, right? It's got some sort of, it reminds me of a steering ship. Or actually, it looks like a old school faucet tap you'd find on the outside of a house. Alright, that's interesting. And then you have maybe an engineer and a navigator. I don't know. You have other people in this vehicle. Yeah. Okay, well, maybe this is the exhaust, right? After the steam propels, it just steams out of these 6 outlets. It's got some rivet marks there, and also rivet marks on the body. And it's just neat to see the wheels through that transparency. Some gears here, indications carrying across these panels of gearing. And look at this, like maybe a displays facing the driver. That's neat. Yeah, okay. Granted, the driver wouldn't actually be able to see much because the whole engine's in the way, but so this would be a really big vehicle. That's cool because you just don't see that very often in Hot Wheels, right? Something scaled that small. In fact, for people that collect other things, what scale would you guess this is? just based on the seat size. I'm guessing it'd be like a 144 scale, like a Gundam scale. Yeah, but I obviously don't know. And then, yeah, it's very low to the ground. It's super low, so I'm not sure if that would be good for the track so much, but I mean, that's really low. But it's really neat. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's why I like fantasy castings, right? They're just so unique. Alright, from 2020-60, Sweet Rides, 3 of 5. I'm gonna probably collect all the Sweet Rides, at least that are available for little money. Birthday Burner. I'm gonna guess this is supposed to be a cake, but actually correct me if I'm wrong. Alright, at least it tells you what this one is, which is nice. And then, but it doesn't tell you it's a Hot Wheels. So that's another odd thing I find, that sometimes they tell you what it is, brand-wise. It just says, it does say Mattel at least. I just think of, parents trying to buy things they have no interest in, for their children. And, yeah, weird. Okay, somewhere up top there's metal, but this side here is plastic. And then really big staggering of the 5-spoke wheels here. So small in the front, so big in the back. And then there's some sort of, oh, this is a plate. Look, it's like an old, reminds me of those old paper plates you'd get at a barbecue. Yeah, so I guess they're not old, they're probably still sold today, not where I live. Big, yeah, that metal I guess is just coming here. And one, I'm guessing, of course, but to me that looks like a fork, right? The tines of a fork becoming, I guess, the grill. There's literally air going underneath that, so that's quite interesting. And it looks like someone took a bite out of this little cake here as well. But obviously this cake is plastic up here, and same with the chromed motor. But then, well, maybe not. No, I think that is plastic, but what would it... That looks like metal to me. So I don't know. I'm not sure what is metal coming through here. Unless that is actually just this chromed plastic. It's possible. Maybe that's just chrome plastic there. So in all, well, anyways. So this engine here, belt system, I guess, maybe, I don't know. Not an air filter so much, but cam covers here. And then it's a 6-cylinder, it looks like, right? 3 exhausts there. Okay, moving on. Yeah, the Hot Wheels banner there, some jam or something inside of this, and then some white chocolate, I suppose, mixed in into this blue batter cake. It would be neat if this thing moved up and down, but it doesn't. So it's just it's just a racing helmet sticking out of a piece of cake. It's so weird. It's so weird, but it's making me laugh, so that alone is worth buying. And then it's actually raked like a hot rod, right? It's not actually a flat piece of cake, so quite interesting. Alright, so now we have, I guess, the back of the fork handle is this. I instinctively want that to move in and out. You can see a little bit of the front of the fork moving, right? Well, that would have been cool, actually, if they had a big slot in that fork, and you could actually move that fork more forward, or, yeah, maybe the curvature of that would get in the way. If it was a flat fork, it would have worked better. Just to give kids something to play with more than the actual car. And then it has some cooling vents, I assume. That cake gets hot. No taillights, I don't think. I feel like they maybe could have casted in some detail here. Okay, well, this might now be the most unique thing I've collected from Hot Wheels. I've collected a bunch of fantasy cars now. Alright, 102, 3 of 10 of drag racers, the passing gasser, but I think it's basically maybe a licensing thing. It looks like a 40s Ford or Chevy, maybe. Alright, made in Malaysia. It tells you what it is, so that's nice. But it doesn't even have the Hot Wheels banner here. So all you can maybe guess is it's a Mattel product. Oh wait, it does have Hot Wheels here, so I take that back. Although you really can't read that. So leaf spring here, the oil pan, the diff there, and some exhaust pipes. Oh, that's a nice touch. Yeah, cool. Angled exhaust. And then maybe this is an oil tank. So we have some ribbing in the grill, and then the headlights there. Okay. And then obviously a V8 if it's got 4 exhausts coming out the top. And this is nice as well, how that's all open. But I kind of wish there was air passing through it. Oh, maybe that's a post? Yeah, maybe it's just a rib of this casting or something behind the engine. Alright, decent enough printing here. These are real Hurst shifters. I don't know what this is. Maybe the initials of the designer. I can't really make out what those two are. I'm gonna... Oh, I think Vatuski. Maybe that must be the designer. And Comp Cams, okay. Southeast Association gassers. Alright. The external door hinges, the door handle, and nice that there's no side windows. The banner there. And then it looks like we have some 5 spokes. I do not know the name of these, the actual design name. And what is that? Oh, that's some extra plastic, I guess. Something about how they press the end of that maybe causes that to happen. These are actually passing air, these 5 spokes, but not the front ones, too small. Alright, it's nice that the wheel itself is a different color than the tire area, so that's kind of nice. And you can see a little bit of the frame here. I apologize for my ugly fingers. Raised chrome trim area here if you want to try to customize it. Pretty plain in the back, but it does have a parachute sack and then kind of a wheelie bar if I had to guess. Very small wheels though for a wheelie bar, and it would be a very high angle. Yeah, anyhow. Well, anyhow, it's nice that there's no roof. So we do have just one racing seat, kind of centered but not, right? It's a little bit offset. So that's interesting that they did that. I guess it makes sense because it's a drive shaft going there. And it's got a nice roll cage there, keep that driver safe. And no rear windows. I'm a little curious if I could get a person in this. Sadly, I don't have a race car driver, but these are those American diorama characters. These are metal, so if you chip them, you could always repaint them. They're not going to break very easily being metal. Let's see if we can get this cute girl in here. Oh, no, her legs are too long. But I think, like, maybe if you cut the legs off, you could actually get a character in there to drive the thing. Let's try about this one here. No, just a pose of this person. Yeah, but let's just imagine. Right? So if you cut from the knees down, you could actually probably get a 64 scale character into this. So I think that would be cool for customizers. So the last somewhat ridiculous one is 2 of 10 of the Rod Squad is called Pedal Driver. So, you know, it's like one of those kids' pedal carts, I'm guessing. I remember that actually as a kid, getting into one of those pedal cars. Yeah, they're cool. At first you're kind of intimidated, wondering what the heck how does this thing even work? You know, I was probably like 4, so. But they're cool. Now they're all just like electric and remote controlled with stereos, the kid cars today. Kids have it so easy today, except for the whole fact that the world is kind of crazy now. So the plastic base here is becoming the grill and some bumperettes, nice protruding headlights there. You can paint a different color, but granted the whole thing's silver already. Well, really cool chromed aero discs, different sizes as well, bigger in the rear. And then a really cool lowrider kind of custom paint job on this thing. It's, you know, pink and bluish and purplish and all mostly metallic, or well, actually I think it's this blue that's really shining through. It's a metallic. Some side pipes there as well. Oh, right, that's really neat. They even have the opening, and that's what freaks you out, I think, as a kid, if anyone can remember that, right? It's just like, and then you have these contraptions to pedal with and stuff. Alright, well that's neat that you have the branding here, not just the flag, the actual text, and a giant steering wheel. It would have been nice if this turned. Yeah, that would have been cool. They could have done it. If this was just a bigger piece of plastic and they popped in the steering wheel and it had like those tabs so it can't come out. Anyways, we have a giant induction air blower or something like that. And then going to the rear, the bumperettes and taillights and a license plate area. Yeah, you could actually add a 1/64 scale license plate to this. And then it's just kind of raised in the back here. Well, let's see what's going on. Can we actually see pedals? Oh yeah, look at that. Pedal kind of sort of, or floorboards that you would push, right? Alright, and there's a big metal post up front for strength. Well, yeah, it's, I guess, pretty cool for a pedal car. Let's do some weight checks here. Okay. Birthday burner. It's pretty heavy. That's actually quite heavy considering it's so much plastic on the top. So that base is quite heavy. Oh, that's actually lighter than expected. This is probably light or not, I don't know. Yeah, it's a small model. Look how low that thing is. That X-Racer thing is cool. But I also really like this cake. It's actually very tall. It's just such polar opposites. Alright. As usual, which one do you guys like the best? I think I actually like this the best, just because the scale is so different. It would be such a big vehicle, and then it doesn't hurt that it has a transparent body. And then for me, the second favorite is actually this piece of cake. It is just so ridiculous. I love that. This is kind of cool as well, but it's just more nostalgic than funny. This is flat out funny. And well, that's a nice realistic looking vehicle, especially if you want to put a character inside of that thing. So that's today's little Hot Wheels mix. Hopefully you guys like this stuff. I'm going to review some more as time goes on. I've been lucky enough to find a person that sells all the castings no one wants for like $1.50. So that's actually half the price of what Hot Wheels costs usually here in this country. So I might as well get them just because they're fun to review. And then we'll see these things later if I get some tracks going on. Thanks again. We'll see you next time.